Africa Under-23 Men's African Championship. And here today we are looking at the semi-final number 2, which will see the Libyans face off against the Egyptians. This does promise to be an electrifying matchup, as we got to witness these two teams go head-to-head earlier this week, as well as, of course, they will be facing off. Whoever wins this game will be facing off tomorrow in the finals against South Africa. Once again, this is a reminder that these African Championships are to qualify one team that will be going to the World Championships in Brazil. And just having a look at our team lineups over here. Libya at the number 4, we've got Ali Al-Kanoush. At number 5, Farah Rahim. Number 8, Milad Burajda. Number 9, Muhammad Suleiman. At number 10, Abdurrahman Al-Sharif. At number 11, Muhammad Farhat. At number 13, Muhammad Al-Sudani. And number 7, Muhammad Al-Fazani. While Egypt side, we've got Yassin Muhammad, Zaid Saye, Abdurrahman Rashad. Number 3, Adham Fatih, Abdurrahman Iman, Omar Ibrahim, Hamed Khalif, Abdurrahman Anwar, Ayman Aisharia, Yusuf Ismail, Osama Said, and Mumen Muhammad. These are the teams that will be facing off in the semi-final. And as we have a look at our table, we will be led today in the referees by Natasha Onono, who is the crew chief, followed by Faisal Sawood from Egypt, as well as from Morocco, and Zokipam Tembu, South African. As we wait for the jump ball to tip off. Otesha Nono. And we are off, and it is the Egyptian ball with the first possession, as their number 10, Abdallah Iman, with the ball, waiting to find the right moment. He does take the shot, and he gets that one to go, ladies and gentlemen. And Egypt are first on the board in this. What promises to be quite the matchup. Again, like I said, Egypt and Libya faced off in the round robin, and Libya walked away with a 3-point win, but it was such a closely contested game, and we're going to see some of phenomenal basketball here today. With that first attempt there by Libya having been a miss, Egypt are back down the floor as they are looking to see how they can break into the key. Iman again with the ball, takes the open look, but it does rattle out, and Milad Burajdi with the rebound. Now the ball is in the hands of the Libyans' number 10, Al-Sharif, who has been a phenomenal player for the Libyans throughout this whole tournament. And the first call has been made there by referee Zokipa Mutembu from South Africa. And it is a pushing foul that will keep the ball on the ground as the Libyans will get a chance to set up again. Egypt going with what looks like a teacup defense, and we're going to see how that defense is going to progress over the course of the game and what it means for the Libyans, who are going to be trying to break in as well. They do look inside, but Abdurrahim Zayad able to block that one. Farouk takes the shot, doesn't make that. It is in the hands of Al Sharif, but it bounces right back out. Iman with the rebound, and we're back down the floor as the number 9, Aboseida, for Egypt, waiting for his teammates to catch up. And we have a look at the initial setup defensively. It does look like they are waiting to find the man inside, and Abdurrahim sets Egypt on the course to victory with the second basket. Boujaradi takes the shot. He made the basket. The call Egypt. There is no basket there for the Libyans. As we wait to see what the technical discussion is going to be and how it will affect the play going forward. And we are live from the Mandeville Indoor Center, and as you can hear, the Egyptians are in high spirits as they, of course, are looking for this win. They succumbed to Libya by 3 points in that round-robin matchup, and this one is for the championship. In fact, this is for the trip to the finals, as well as an opportunity to take a shot at going to Brazil. Iman's shot rattles out. The rebound was collected. Saeed not able to connect, but he's there for the rebound again. He gets the and one play, and that 2 points will count, and he will be sent to the free throw line. Abdurrahim unfortunately misses the basket, and that will send the ball back to Libya, who quickly are in with the inbound. And that ball is being passed between Rahim and Al Sharif. Al Sharif with the ball, bringing that down for Libya. Finds Milad inside, who gets Libya on the scoreboard with those 2 points, and it is a game, ladies and gentlemen. We have 6 to 2 points by the Egyptians. Suleiman Abosadi with the ball. He will pass it back over to the top to Iman. Iman is looking to find the teammate who is inside, but he does get the ball tipped out of his hands, and it is a Libyan ball. Al Sharif goes all the way, doesn't get the ball for him. But a fumble there by Egypt has the ball back in the hands of Milad for Libya. Al Sharif takes the shot, doesn't get anything for that one. The ball does roll around a little bit, and Libya will have another opportunity on the same possession Sharif with the ball. Still no basket found for them. That has been their ball. And Libya have the baseline inbound. The intensity is really up. They're able to recollect the rebounds and have multiple opportunities on a single offense, as well as finding Milad on that round cut. And the foul has been committed. It has been called, and the basket is good. And we are on fire here, ladies and gentlemen. The energy is really high in the stadium, and you can almost feel it all the way up here. On the line, we've got Milad Nasir Burada. He will be playing one ball. Unfortunately, that tips over, and Egypt does collect the rebound. Another foul has been committed, and I think it just speaks to how intensely both of these teams are looking to push the agenda in this game. And quick fouls by Egypt keep the ball in the front court of Libya. But again, there we see a change of possession. Zayad Abdurrahman doing what he does best, which is setting himself on the low block, receiving the ball from his teammates, and just capitalizing on that opportunity. And this game really will come down to the wire in terms of who is going to stay the most composed in this matchup, making sure that they don't put themselves in trouble with the fouls, as well as taking shots that are of high value and not rushing anything. And Egypt were able to collect the rebound, and they are back down the floor. Again, some early fouls being committed here by both teams. Egypt will be keeping that possession. Iman with the ball. The cross cuts from the two bigs as Abdurrahim back inside. Like I said, he knows how to position himself for the best possible opportunity for the Egyptians. And I think they've figured out how to break through the Libyan defense. Libya looking to catch Milad under the bottom, who sets himself up. And he gets that one to go. And it's a trade of baskets at this point, as we're both able to get under the rim and collect 2 more points for the team. Egypt back down the floor. It is quite an easy roll. They do set themselves up, but good hands there by Al-Sudani. And ball is in the hands of Al-Sharif, who waits to find his teammates, who is there. The foul has been committed by Iman. That will be sending Farhat to the line. Some warnings coming in there from the officials that the players do need to keep composed. They don't need to be antagonizing each other or communicating with each other. And like we said, it is going to be about who keeps a cool and level head. And on the line we have Muhammad Ali Al-Sudani, who takes the first attempt and he makes that. Misses the second one, and the rebound is back in his hands. He finds Milad under the basket, who does get fouled once again, so he will be going to the free throw line to shoot for two. The composure really is going to be a key factor in this game, and it comes with just understanding how basketball is a game of runs. You know, we score, you score, and if we just keep to our game plan, you know, you kind of see those dry and heavy runs through. Milad not connecting on his first free throw. Bounces off the top of the rim there, and it is back in the hands of Egypt, who will quickly transition into the front court. Again, if you just watch number 15 and how he's gotten himself into the key and able to make sure on his basket, he absolutely understands what to do once he's inside. His shots are on point right now, and that's exactly what you want to see coming into a game like this. You want to make sure that your players are switched on, and he clearly is. Milad finds Al-Sharif, who gets fouled with his hands up, and just like that, head coach of the Libyans has been given a technical foul for over celebrating. Coach unfortunately was too happy about the foul, and he walked onto the court in that celebration. And what that will mean is that Egypt will be sending a player to the line to go and shoot, while the foul was of course committed against the Libyan, who will then resume shooting their free throws. And Egypt has sent their number 9, Mumad Abousaw, who does well to collect his first free throw. As we resume where it had left off before the technical foul was given to head coach, we have on the line, of course, for Libya is Abdurrahman Al-Sharif, taking his 2 free throws. And it just about rattles out of the rim, and we wait on his second free throw. Bounces back, but it is in the hands of Libya. Milad not able to connect, and Zayed with the rebound for Egypt. And we're back into the game as eager players are committing quite careless fouls. You know, there was no threat to the basket in that moment, but Muhammad Al-Sudani overreaching in there, and he does get called for the foul. Ball is back in play. Amin passes it over to Zayad. Zayad breaks into the key, but he does get called for the charge. So it is Libya's ball on the sideline. Ball is in the hands of Al-Sharif, their leading player. He tips that over to Al-Sudani. Al-Sudani passes it over to Al-Kanush. Al-Kanush just unable to find Raheem. but it is still Libya's ball. Again, Libya able to maintain and keep the possession, the offensive possession. They've had quite a lot of chances to have second opportunities, but overthrow on that one. Iman absolutely recognizing the opportunity, follows the ball, passes it into the hands of Absodeb, and they are able to push it. Egypt are now sitting on 15 points in this first quarter. Al-Sharif does get called again for a charge, and there's been a lot of calls in this game at this point. Well, a lot of contact, in fact. It has been, the intensity of it is you can see it in the amount of intensity that comes from the players and how much they're giving into this game. Abdallah, Iman. Back over to the top of the key. They then pass it into Zayad, who wasn't exactly positioned well, but Milad has the ball for Libya, and he's back down the floor in transition, looking to find Al-Sharif, who goes inside. He misses the basket. As Abu Seda looks to find his teammate Imam with the ball, waiting to see what opportunities his teammates will give him. The ball is in the hands of Abdurrahman. Doesn't connect. Milad with the rebound for Libya, and he waits to have his players in the front court, of which they do. Farah Rahim for the basket. Oh no, and it just rolls out. It is Egypt's ball, and you can hear the happiness, but referee Faisal Sawood not happy with the performance there by the player, and he gets a technical foul, which will then be sending Libya to the free throw line. And I think with the amount of fouls that we've seen just about in this fourth quarter, the referees definitely need to have a look at taking some control of this game, because the emotions are really high. There's a lot on stake right now, and they need to keep this game composed, because at this point, a lot of these players might be fouled out before the end of the first half. Egypt back with the ball down. Abu Seda over to Imam. Imam dribbles it about, looking to see what opportunities his teammates can achieve for him. They find Zayad inside, who is able to connect and get 2 more points. And I'm pretty sure that he's done a phenomenal job in getting Egypt into this lead. Al-Sharif down the floor over to Milad. Bujradi takes the shot, and he gets Libya into the double digits. And it looks like it's a repeating story here with the Egyptian offenses. Iman comes over, he gives it a bit of time. Let's see what we can get. Zayad gets inside, sets himself up. He gets the rebound again, doesn't get it to fall. Ball is out with Al-Sharif for Libya right now. He looks to pass it over. Transition does get slowed down there a bit. And if they're not careful, 8-second violation. And that turnover will send the ball back into the hands of Egypt. As they look to find Zayad. Zayad back over to Imam. Imam dribbles around a bit. Again, Zayad is inside. Takes the shot. Nothing falls on that one. And Milad, active hands, sends the ball out of Milad's hand there by the Egyptian. But the outlet not able to connect for Libya, and the ball is back in the hands of Imam for Egypt, who finds Zayad, but doesn't get it to quite fall. Egypt still with the ball. And the defense has intensified. As he finds Abosa. Nothing for them over there. Milad looking for Al Sharif. He does find him. Al Sharif goes down the floor. He's in the front court. Milad takes the ball. Milad goes all the way. Al Sharif takes the shot. It does go over the top there. And Zayad with a long fast break pass. And that one is good for Baseda. And Egypt are riding this high energy wave as we are looking at less than 30 seconds in this quarter. And they've separated themselves from the Libyans by 9 points thus far. And Al Sharif takes the 3-point shot, but it is not able to find the bottom of the net for him. Last couple of seconds here, and Egypt will seem to have the last basket attempt as Imam pulls up, but unable to connect. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was, like I promised, an electrifying first quarter. Libya sits on 10 points, Egypt with 19 points. We'll be back shortly. And we are back with the second quarter. The possession will start in the Libyans' hands as they will, of course, look to change the scoreboard and hopefully find some momentum in this next quarter. Milad gets fouled as he was shooting, and just like that, he will be going to the free throw line. Again, like we said, a lot of exchange of contact and fouls happening here, and the warnings are coming out from the referees. As you can see, a conversation happening with Mr. Mtembu and Zaid Abdurrahim. The behavior and the reactions of the players needs to be composed. The referees are watching and they themselves are looking to compose this game. Mila does miss his first basket. Takes the second one, but he unfortunately doesn't connect. Ziyad with the rebound. And Egypt are back in the front court, and it does look like a fast break, but it is a one-on-one. Ooh, and he is successful. That was a well taken shot, and that pushes Egypt over the 20-point mark. Libya seeming at a loss right now as they are succumbing to Egypt. This is a very different look at how the earlier matchup had looked. And again, the fast break is being pushed when it comes to the Egyptians, but the ball does go all the way over the line. Baruch Rahim with the ball. Sends it over to Al-Sharif. Al-Sharif crossing paths with his teammates, looking for the opportunity to come. It's there. Al-Kanoush takes the shot, but he unfortunately misses. Ibrahim has the ball. He passes that over to Imam. It is a 3-on-3 at this point as Zayed joins him. And he is alone. Path is open to the rim, but no connection, and Al-Sudani with the ball passes it over to Rai. As we wait to see what is the communication coming in from the referee. The whistle was blown, and there's a lot of conversation happening, I think, with players. And again, like we said, it is a game of composure here. Ball is in the hands of Al-Sharif, and he quickly pushes off. He saw an opportunity to take, but it is all the way out of bounds. Abu Saida with the ball for Egypt. And Libya are waiting with a 1-2-2 zone that does work well in keeping Zayed without the ball in the key. And the contact is called. Blocking foul called against Egypt. That foul will go to Imam, who is now sitting on 4 fouls in this first half. And coach recognizes that and immediately makes his sub. And coming in for him is number 4, Anwar Abdurrahman for Egypt. Al-Sharif takes the shots for Egypt, for Libya, doesn't connect. Abosade with the ball, makes the long pass across the court, almost loses that, but they are able to keep that. It is in the hands of Zayed, back to Abosade. He takes the shots, nothing, rebound collected, misses it, and that will be Libyan ball. While the Libyans are scoreless in this quarter thus far, they are still looking for the basket, and it is unable to connect. As they are taking opportunities, they are taking the shots, but still hasn't fallen for them. Zayed inside, Milad very aware of him coming in, and he tips that ball over the baseline. Zayed over to Ibrahim. Abosida with the ball. He gets around the man. He does take the shot, but it is very short. Referee to reset the start of possession, and it is in. And Abosida trying to go apply a bit of pressure there on the in the backcourt. Libya might want to look at how that is going to continue. Contact is called on number 12. And that is a holding foul there committed by number 12 of Egypt. And that actually puts the team on a collective 3 fouls thus far with 6 minutes and 48 to go. They might want to watch the intensity of those contacts and because it can become very compromising, as we just saw earlier how number 10 had to be substituted out with 4 fouls thus far. Our very long shot there doesn't connect for Libya. Abosida back down the floor. Is in the hands of Ibrahim. Ibrahim takes the shot. No, nothing falls. Does collect the rebound again. Still nothing for them as Egypt still have the ball. And a missed rebound comes off of the Libyan wheelchair, and that will keep the ball in the Egyptians' hands. And it's almost like it's their turn to have multiple opportunities to attempt the basket, of which they do. Abusida, and it rolls out of the rim. Libya back down the floor. Milad with the ball finds, looking for Al Sharif, but unable to connect. Ibrahim has passed that over. It is over the line. Abu Sida looking inside, of which he passed that over to Ziad, but there was some interference for Libya there. And just like that, the ball, a bit of a tussle, but with no actual shot attempted, they have run down the shot clock all the way to 0. It is either very good defense from Libya or a missed opportunity from Egypt. Either way, it is back in the hands of Libya. Farouk Al-Rahim with the ball, passes it over to Milad, crossing each other's paths, getting the clear. And unfortunately, Muhammad Suleiman does get called for violating a basic rule in wheelchair basketball, which is that you are not allowed to roll outside of the lines, the 4 lines of the court. And that will immediately result in a turnover, as well as a warning given that if it is committed again, it will be a technical foul against the team. Egypt back on the front court, crossing over. The ball is in the hands of Abasida. He passes it back out to Abdurrahman. Shot went up, no connection for them. Milad getting caught against 2 defenders there of the Egyptians. And like I said, it does look like the Egyptians have crossed over into a bit of a pressure game. And that defensive pressure has created a turnover. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. That was a power failure that has just occurred. The game will resume shortly. And the ball will start in the hands of the Egyptians, with Yassin Kamal on the line waiting to receive that ball to pass it into his teammate, Mohamed Abosida. And we are back into it with less than 5 minutes to go. This is the last time frame of the second quarter. Egypt again moving the ball around, looking for the open opportunity. Abdusay passes it over to Zaid. Zaid lines himself up, doesn't get the shot, rebounded by his partner there, Kamal. And they eventually get the ball to 4, making sure on, second chance opportunities. Libya back down, Rahim with the ball. Rahim sees his teammate Al-Sudani, but active hands by Egypt. Ball is still in the possession of Libya. Al-Sharif eventually picks it up, but he doesn't get that one to connect. And Libya do roll back to defense. And Al-Sharif positioned himself well there, and there was contact from Abu Saya, and he will pick up an offensive foul. Al-Sharif over. Looks inside to find Milad. Milad is inside, but he unfortunately misses that one. Zaid makes the long pass into the front court. Abu Say is there. He waits for his teammates to catch up. And the travel does get called. And if you are wondering how a travel works, of course, that is 2 hands on the wheel or either 2 pushes. The minute you haven't dribbled that ball for in between, or you create a third hand to wheel contact, that is your travel. It gets tipped over by Egypt. Al-Sharif attempted the basket, doesn't get it to fall. A bit of hustle play there. And Egypt are down the floor again. Ball from Iman to Zaid Abdurrahman. He gets himself positioned in the key. His favorite shot, I would assume, as he takes it so well, but it doesn't connect on that one. Milad trying to find his way through this full court press by Egypt. He is able to. Over to Rahim. Rahim to Al-Sharif. Al-Sharif finds himself inside, but not able to connect. And Milad has the ball once again for Egypt. Al-Sudani. And he gets that one to fall. And in fact, that is the first basket for Libya in this quarter. Not as many baskets as we had seen in the first quarter. I would say that Egypt had actually only scored 4 to 6 in this quarter, and Libya obviously having scored their first 2 with that last one. Ziad Al misses that. Kamal with the rebound. It is back in the hands of Abu Sia, but he doesn't get that one to connect either. Al-Sharif calling for his teammates to look up, and unfortunately doesn't connect on the outlet pass. Timeout called by the Egyptian head coach Mohamed. And we are back. Of course, the timeout was called by Egypt. Let's have a look at what Coach Mohammed drew up for his team. Abu Side with the ball. He passes that back over to Ibrahim. Ibrahim waiting for the opportunity. Shot clock is winding down. Saeed takes the shot. Doesn't get it to connect. Abu Sida with the rebound and reattempt at the basket, but he gets fouled. So he will be going to the free throw line for 2 shot attempts. On the line, we have Muamin Abu Sida. He misses his first basket attempt. Ball is live. Misses that one as well. And Al Sharif with the rebound. Outlet passes. They get it over the line. Milad looks over. He does find Al Sudani. Al Sudani over to Rahim. Rahim tips it back to Milad. And we unfortunately have another technical power outage. And we are ready to resume. That we had last left it at Milad going to the free throw line. And it is an unfortunate sight to see that ball slowly make its way back out of the rim. He will take a second attempt. That also rattles out, and Zaid Abdurrahmim with the rebound. Abu Sida back down the floor. Referee no call made, and he asked for the continuation of play. Libya collecting it and back down the floor. Foul was committed by the Egyptians. In fact, they are on collective fouls, and let's see if the technical staff recognize that moment. Libya should be going to the line, of which Milad is already there, ready to take those free throws. And that one tips over the right side of the rim. Doesn't get that one to fall. And he makes good on his second one, as he's able to collect at least 1 point from the line for the Libyans. Libya also staying in the backcourt as they set up a bit of a press, which does somewhat almost work. But the ball goes all the way over the line, and it actually is the Libyan ball. So that press of theirs did work. Rahim over to Al Sharif. Crossing paths. Al Sharif finds his way inside. He finds Milad, who was waiting there. Doesn't get it to connect. Ziad looks up. None of his players are in the front court, so he's going to have to dribble it around, waiting to find something. And he will position himself on the baseline, and he finds the channel in. Gets fouled with as he was shooting, so there will be a shooting 2 foul. He's going to the free throw line. And you know what? That's what we call a coast to coast. He collected the rebound on one end and went to make the basket on the other side, and he doesn't get the basket, but hey, he gets to go to the free throw line. No basket on his first attempt. Abdurrahman, no, nothing on the second attempt, but unfortunately Al Sudani took off a little early on the release, so that line violation will give him another chance at the free throw. Still not able to get that one to fall. Al Sharif collected the rebound, and it is still Libya ball. And as the seconds wind down of this quarter and this half, Libya will be looking to make their final attempt. Ball is in the hands of Al Sudani. He passes it over to Milad Bujradi. Bujradi finds Al Sharif inside, but it is unable to connect as the pass deflects off of him and goes out of bounds. Coach Mohammed using his second timeout. Of course, he can't carry it over into the second half, so he takes this opportunity to use this to give his boys some instructions. Still says power outage there at the bottom. And Egypt roll out of that one very quickly. And that looks at, I mean, that's a good sign for coach. He's able to get all of instructions out before the timeout has actually ran out, and we will see what they've set up for themselves. Ibrahim over to Ziad Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman takes a back shot that was so close. It actually, as we hit the halftime, we have a power outage. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we will be back after our 15-minute break for the second half. Final score for this first half is Libya sitting on 13 points and Egypt sitting comfortable with a 10-point lead with 23 points. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this Libya and Egypt matchup. And if you have just witnessed with us the intense conversation being had there, where we had the president of IWBF Africa, I think, look, we can only speculate what the conversation must have been like, but our best guess is that the intensity and just the overall sportsmanship of the game needed to be addressed in terms of controlling the emotions and the amount of contacts, and we will be looking to see how that looks in this next half. Again, these are the IWBF Africa Under-23 Men's African Championship, and we're looking to crown the winners, of course, of the semi-final 2, who will face off in the finals tomorrow, as we look for a African champion as well as a qualifier for the World Championship in Brazil come June. Egypt unsuccessful on their first attempt in this quarter, as Libya are right back down the floor. Rahim over to Al-Sharif, and Al-Sharif collects the 2 points. And what you would have noticed, look, I did mention the second quarter wasn't a very high scoring quarter. Both teams only got 3 or 4 points, 3 to 4 points, as Egypt are trying to get the ball into the captain Saeed over there, as well as he's not able to get that to go. The ball is back down to Milad, who has gotten it over the line, as well as Al-Sharif with the ball for Libya. And he takes the shot but doesn't make that. Saeed with the rebound, and he's going down the floor for Egypt. And in fact, if we're looking at just the first half stats, Zaid currently with the ball right now. Saeed, as he misses that one, he's already sitting with 12 points out of the 23 that the team has scored, with 15 rebounds. So he's already achieved his double-double in the first half. That being the captain of the Egyptians, number 15. While if you're looking at the Libyan bench and the stats on their side, you've got the captain Milad Bujaraji, number 8. And the basket was just scored by Abdurrahman Al-Sharif, who has definitely found his rhythm with 4 points collected quickly in this new quarter. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. 6-point game as Libya sits on 17 and Egypt on 23 points. Ball is being passed around. They look for their captain, who does get called for the 3-second violation. A little too much time spent in the paint for him. And it is back on. The energy, of course, is high here in the Mandeville Indoor Sports Center. We are live from Johannesburg in South Africa. Technical conversation happening with the commissioner of the game, as well as the Egyptian bench. And again, he is laying out some ground rules and house rules there, that the players cannot be seen moving around from the bench around the court or the arena. Referees Faisal Sawood is going to come over to the reffing committee, and I guess he will communicate the communications that have come in from the commissioner. And it is time in again, and the ball is going to Libya. The Egyptian coach having taken his time to give some directive on a game plan. With those quick 2 baskets that Al-Sharif was able to score against him, he will be looking to slow down their momentum. The ball is back in the hands of Al-Sharif for Libya. He looks to see what he can find. He passes it to Al-Sudani, who gets fouled as he was taking the basket attempt, and he will be going to the free throw line. Foul was called on number 12 for Egypt, Omar Ibrahim. He's sitting on 3 fouls currently, and he will be substituted out. Correct. Yes, correct. Al-Sudani misses his free throw. And as you can see, he's just shaking his hand out there, you know, kind of reminding it, hey, this is how we do our shooting. Takes the second attempt, doesn't get it to fall. It was tipped around. The ball is in the hands of Captain Milad. He finds Al-Sharif, who's not able to connect. But again, second chance opportunities for the Libyans as they try and get inside. A call has been made. And we wait to see what the communication is from crew chief Natasha Onono, and she has called a holding foul against number 8. Over to Farah. He pushes it over to Al-Rahim. Al-Sharif not able to. Zayad with the rebound for Egypt. And of course, we do know he is the powerhouse when it comes to the Egyptian team, making a lot of their points and a lot of their rebounds coming in from him. And he gets caught inside, but the call is being made for a 3-second violation. And that is a turnover. And again, we are sitting with a scoreless third quarter for Egypt right now, while Libya have scored 2 baskets thus far, both by Al-Sharif, who is currently on the ball. He goes around, he's lining himself up. He passes it over to Milad. Again, another 3-second violation called. And the refs are leaving nothing to chance at this point. They have got to make sure that they maintain a certain composure to this game. A very high stakes game. I mean, this is an opportunity to go to the finals, and of course an opportunity to fight for first place against South Africa, the defending champions, tomorrow. But it is about that ticket that they're trying to punch in for their trip to Brazil. Zayed unfortunately rattles that one out, and Milad making the long pass into the front. He does connect with his teammate, but not exactly the way you would want him to, as he passed that right onto his teammate's head. But Saud will take the attempt. He's not able to make it. And Libya have gone into a full court press coming out of the transition. Al-Sharif gets his hand on the ball, but it is back in the hands of Ziyad for Egypt on the other side of the floor. No teammates to pass to, so he will take the shot himself. Good hands there and good placement by number... I'm just waiting to have a look there, but he was able to get himself there, but still losing the ball over the line. Number 7 by Egypt. Ball is now being inbounded again. Farah Rahim passes it over to Al-Sharif. Al-Sharif on the baseline. Shot doesn't get that one to go. Kamal with the rebound for Egypt. That full court press coming in from Libya, and they are able to get a second chance opportunity. And the physical contact continues, and a foul called, and the medics are being called on the court as he actually fell onto the wheelchair of the opponent. He does look to be able to get up, helped up by the Libyans. And he's all right as the players there exchange some high fives. Al-Sharif with the ball. No connection for him over there. And he goes back down the floor. Zaid with the ball. He goes all the way around. He's sitting on the low block, lines himself up for the hoop, takes the shot but doesn't connect. And we have another power outage. Our apologies to our viewers at home. This technical moment will allow the teams to go quickly back to the bench, and of course both coaches taking their opportunities to have some words with their teams. And we are back after that unfortunate timeout with Libya back down the floor. Their hands in the trusted Al Sharif for the Libyans. He goes over to the baseline, takes the baseline shot, doesn't get it to fall. He's still able to kind of harass for the play, but the foul was called. It is a pushing foul by number 5 from Libya, Rahim. And Libya have their first foul, while Egypt are sitting with 3 fouls in this third quarter. And considering the fouls, this has been quite the game where a lot of exchange of contact has happened. And like we had witnessed earlier in the halftime, the conversation was had with the teams to kind of calm things down. Egypt had committed 13 fouls in the first half, and then Libya had committed 7. So I think that something had to be done, and now we are back into it, and Libya keep trying to build up on their momentum. Al Sharif back down the floor, and you can clearly see where he prefers to take his shots or which side he's hoping to be on. Milad gets fouled. The contact is called. Holding foul. It is a side ball, but that pushes Egypt at 4 fouls, and that means that they are in collectives at this point. The next foul will be sending all of the players to the free throw line. Al Sudani with the ball. He passes it over to Al Sharif. Al Sharif finds Milad inside. He passes it right back out, and the travel is called. And actually, thinking about the inside game, looking at the stats, Libya was able to score 10 points inside of the paint, while Egypt scored, out of their 23 points, they scored 22 of their points inside the paint. And this just kind of speaks to the dominance of Egypt in terms of getting inside. And as you can see right there, Sayad has been monumental in Egypt's breaking into the key. But Libya with the fast break, 3 against 2. Rahim misses that attempt, and we are back down the floor. But over contact again by the number 8, Adham Fatih, with the offensive charge called. As it is an offensive foul, that will not be sending them to the free throw line, but the red block is active on the Egyptian side. Al Sharif dribbling around, waiting to see what he will find. He finds Rahim inside. Rahim with the basket, and that pushes this game down to a 4-point game. from almost 10-point lead from the Egyptian. They've closed the gap to 4 points. Zaid with the ball. And he will look. Low block shot taken. No connection for him. The rebound was done by Al-Kanoush, giving it out to Milad. Milad almost loses it. It is in the hands of Rahim for Libya, who unfortunately also unable to connect. And the foul has been called. And if you can hear that, or you can see there, the secondary coach Abu Lakush, who is shouting at his team to calm down on the fouls. Al Sharif lines himself up for the shot, doesn't get it to fall. Milad and Zaid battling it up for the rebound. Milad with the inside basket, and that right there is an 8-point run from the Libyans, and that brings the score down to only a 2-point game. 23 points to Egypt and 21 points to Libya. Yusuf looking to find teammates. He does find Zaid. Zaid is their big man. He's almost everything for them. There was a whistle. The basket was not counted. Number 5 has been called for a pushing foul. So just to recap, there was an defensive foul committed by Libya. The basket was not counted, so the possession goes back into the hands of Egypt. Zaid Yusuf takes the top of the key shot. Nothing falls on that one. Milad with the rebound, and Libya back down the floor. There is a bit of pressure from Egypt. Full court. Milad drives all the way. Finds Al-Kanoush, but not able to connect. Al-Sudani. And no clear attempt made there for the basket. And Egypt and Libya, and the ball has been passed right into the hands of the Libyans. Rahim takes the shot, nothing. Al-Sudani with the rebound. Zaid able to contain that loose ball. And it is back into the front court of the Egyptians. Zaid with the ball. He looks to get around the man. Goes onto the baseline. Almost loses it there to Ali. Milad collecting that overshot ball. It is in the hands of Al Sharif. Al Sharif gives it over to Al-Kanoush. Al-Kanoush to Al-Sadani. It is in the hands of Bujrada. He looks to find his open teammate. Al Sharif takes the shot from the top, but unable to connect on anything. It is Egypt's ball on the baseline. Yusuf passes it over to Kamal. Kamal back to Yusuf. And with a little bit less pressure, they are able to allow themselves a slow dribble over. Almost too slow. And he waits to see what his teammates are going to give him. Yusuf still has the ball, sitting behind the screen, waiting to take the shot. Doesn't get that to go. Al-Sudani outlet ball to Rahim. Rahim finds Milad. Milad, unfortunately unaware, but Yassin Kamal was able to put his hands on the ball and get that out of bounds. Libya's ball. Al Sharif. He goes around, lines himself on the baseline, finds Al-Sudani inside, and it just about bounces off the top. Zaid Abdurrahman dribbles all the way. He is inside, he goes outside, Finds himself on the low block, but he overshoots it. And that is the end of the quarter. But the whistle was both intended for the end of, to signal the end of the quarter, but the hands of Mr. Sawood went up to indicate a foul called. There's a conversation happening between our crew chief, and that will give us the decision as to what happens now. No call made. And that is the end of the third quarter. An impressive performance by Libya, who have closed a 10-point gap down to 2 points. And if we actually take note of the stats, Egypt went scoreless in that quarter. That has them still at 23 points, while Libya have scored 8 points to bring it up to 21 points. And if you are just joining us, I did make a promise at the beginning of this game that this is going to be an electrifying semi-final too, as we just witnessed a third quarter where Libya brought their hopes back into this campaign for the finals tomorrow. Milad unable to connect on that first attempt at the basket. The ball is in the hands of the captain of Egypt, Sayad, who gets the ball stripped out of his hands by Al-Sudani. Al-Sudani finds Rahim in the front court. He's able to balance the ball and he makes that basket to go. They have tied the game, 23 points. That, ladies and gentlemen, has been a 10-point run by the Libyans. What a game. And if you are here, you can hear the energy is so high. We are live at the Mandeville Indoor Sports Center in Johannesburg, South Africa. And these are the under-23 men's Africa Championship semi-final 2. Egypt still not able to connect. Libya has really turned it up. That halftime conversation was something to behold. Oh my goodness, but it does roll out. Al-Sharif not able to connect there on that one. Ball is in the hands of Sayad. Sayad gives it over to Imam. Imam is back in the game. We haven't seen him since the second quarter, where he had picked up 4 fouls, of course, and he is now back in the game. He was quite an instrumental player for Egypt, in fact, able to bring up the ball, giving Zayad an opportunity to play off the ball, get himself into the key, as well as then make the baskets, which had initially put them in the lead. So the presence of Imam might just change the tide for Egypt. He takes his first attempt at the free throw, doesn't connect on that one. Sayad comes out to, tap his hand on some. You've got this, relax. You are definitely here to make the difference. And he gets that one to go. So he just broke the spell for Egypt. They hadn't scored in this whole half, the second half. With that first basket, Libya back out. Al Sharif with the ball, but he's not able to connect. Sayad with the rebound. And there is pressure coming in from Libya as they pick up full court. Number 9, ball is back to Imam. Imam Al-Kanoush gets inside there, and he actually does get the call in his favor as Imam is called for a holding foul. And if that is correct, Imam has 5 fouls and he will foul out of the game. And almost immediately the impact that he brought to the court will be obviously sent back to the bench. And Rahim passes that over to Al Sharif, and we unfortunately are experiencing high levels of technical issues with our electrical power, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with us and stay tuned for the remainder of this fourth quarter. All right, I think we're taking less and less time to get over these technical power outages, and we are back to start. The ball is in the hands of Al-Kanoush. Al-Kanoush to Rahim. Rahim to Al-Sharif, who finds himself rolling all the way to the rim to give it to Al-Sudani, who pushes it for the first time lead by Libya. Egypt almost fumbled that ball, but they are back in the front court. And Zayed has positioned himself inside, but no connection from his teammates, and he will get called for the offensive charge. It is now Libya's ball once again. And the Libyans are so happy in the crowd. We have some spectators, natives of the country, who have come out to support their under-23 men. Ooh. Al-Sharif is on. He is awake and he is ready to take this one home as he collects another 2 more points. Egypt trying to find himself. They pass it to Zayed. Zayed is not free to do whatever he wants inside there. Milad making sure that he feels that pressure. And the ball is pushed out by Rahim. Rahim goes, but he is stopped. Good place defense there by Egypt. Milad with the ball. Over to Al-Sudani. Al-Sharif with it. And they are passing it around. And I do think that they're trying to take their time with shooting the ball. Takes that, but he's unable to connect. Libya not rolling away into defense immediately, but applying pressure on Egypt. And that pressure does create the 8-second violation, which will keep the ball in the Libyans' hands. As you can see there on the stage, these are the Libyan supporters. They are absolutely fueling the energy of the Libyans on the floor right now. And as we wait, the thumbs up has gone from our chief crew, Miss Onono. Libya with the ball. They take their time. No rush shots. They are looking to see the best opportunity. Unfortunately, Al-Sharif hasn't connected on the long-range shot. I think he's going to have to look at connecting a bit better under the rim, which has been where he's been finding his points. Egypt, dribbling it around, trying to find Saeed. He's looking for his ways to get inside as they dribble that. And as you can see just there at the top of the screen, the shot clock. He does get that to reset. Ball is in the hands of Saeed. He lines himself for the shot. Doesn't connect. Rebound is in the Libyan hands. Over to Milad, but he almost carelessly passed it to a no contact, eye contact there with his teammates. So it is now back in the hands of the Egyptians. And how the tide has changed as the Libyans have taken the forward momentum coming from that amazing third quarter, as they are now looking to maintain this lead. Abdurrahman, he passes that over to another Abdurrahman. They're both Abdurrahman. Saeed takes the shot, not able to connect. The rebound is gotten there by Al Sharif. Milad is down the floor. He's trying to get out. And just like that, Egypt commits another foul, which was a holding foul. That will... And again, we have to witness the management of this game and the emotions of the players. Libya celebrating too much, which Chief Crew has awarded a technical foul against Libya that will send Egypt to the line. But at the same time, we are witnessing another player fouling out on the Egyptian lineup, which is number 11, so he will be going back to the bench. Libya having to take the moment to kind of collect themselves and understand what is on the line, because those technical fouls are going to count against them. They're sending Egypt to the line for free, and those are the kind of things that you've been looking to avoid, and that's the kind of conversation we had at halftime. Unfortunately, he is not able to collect those 2 points. And we are back with the game as all of the technical issues were ironed out on that last play. Al Sharif with the ball. He finds Milad. Milad not connecting on the basket. And the aggression is being managed as Milad does get called on the foul. It was a holding foul after he attempted the basket. Egypt are able to inbound the ball freely. There's the defense has pulled back into the defensive half, and they are going to have to look at how they're going to keep Zayed out of that key. He is unable to connect on the first one, but he does get fouled on that second attempt at the basket, and that will send him to the free throw line. And again, it has turned back into a trading of fouls here, as Libya have just committed their fourth foul, which does put them in collectives. Any other foul after this will be sending them to the free throw line. Egypt will look to do well on connecting these free throws. Nothing for him there. Nothing there for Zayed, and look, he did not have the best of trips to the free throw line in terms of the kind of noise and disencouragement coming in from the bench or the crowd. You know, it's not always great to see that kind of non-sportsmanship. And a timeout has been called, and that will send Egypt back to the drawing board, as well as Libya, I think, need to kind of contain the energies right now, and that should be something that is addressed. We are back into the fourth and final quarter of this electrifying matchup. It has been highly intense, highly emotional as Egypt dribble it around. They find the player inside who does score the first 2-point basket for Egypt in this quarter. And it is a 1-point game. And again, with just over 4 minutes to go, I do absolutely believe that this game is going to come down to the crunch. Unfortunate misconnection there on the pass. And Milad doesn't get that ball to stop. So it is Egypt who will be again pushing the offense. And as you can see there in the bottom corner, Al Sharif matched up against Ziad, and he's going to make sure that he tries to keep him out of the key. Oh, and the basket is made for Egypt. And you can see we are starting to trade baskets. It is your turn, my turn. The lead is going to be changing a couple more times. Libya now sitting 1 point down when they had just had the 1 point up. Egypt. Yusuf Goda. He found Zayed able to connect. And the momentum is back up in Egypt's favor as they take a 3-point lead. And this now, Milad dribbling around. He's trying to find himself inside the key. He is able to find himself inside the key, and he gets those 2 points to go. This is the game to witness, the semi-final. Remember, these are some of the best countries in Africa. They're under 23 national teams, and they are fighting out, of course, for a spot in the finals tomorrow, as well as an opportunity to play for a trip to Brazil for the World Championship. Holding foul has been called. And as we can see, the communication is made. It is in the favor of the Libyans, so they will be going to the opposite floor. That was only the 4th foul, so it doesn't send them to the free throw line. It should be a floor. Yes, side ball called foul. But both teams, just to note, both teams are on collective. They both have 4 fouls. So the game here on out, 2 minutes and 33 seconds will be foul collectives for both. And Libya get the ball over the line. Al Sharif with the ball. Doesn't connect. Rahim with the rebound for him. But the pass does not get to Al Sharif, who he was looking for inside. Zaid having to pass that out. It is in the hands of Yusuf. Yusuf finds Abu in the front, who looks to find Ziad. Ziad not able to connect. Al Sharif able to get the ball out for Libya. And it is transition game. It is a 3-on-3. And defense is back in play. So Al Sharif will have to look to dribble around to get to the right spots. He finds Al Sudani inside. Al Sudani gets the basket to go. And again, we've traded the lead. Libya up 1 point up. This is quite the battle going on here. And it's going to come down to the wire as Yusuf takes the shot but not able to get that to go. Milad with the rebound out to Al Sudani. Al Sudani waiting to find his teammates in the front. Rahim over to Al Sharif, who is fouled. He does get fouled by Kamal. And that would be the 5th foul. And that would be the foul that sends him to the free throw line. As you can see the crew chief, Natasha Onono, making the call. Doesn't connect on his first one. Al Sharif takes the second shot and it rolls over the side. And there was a line violation before the shot went up. And that will give him a third free throw opportunity. Takes the shot, and that he makes. And those are the small kind of mistakes you don't want to see your team making. A line violation that leads to a second chance opportunity for the points. They now go 2 points up. Yusuf takes the shot, doesn't get that one to fall. Milad dribbles it out of their backcourt into the front court. He is waiting to see what he will find. He does find Al Sharif, who gets that to go. We are just under 1 minute, and Libya have gone 4 points up. And the timeout was called by Egypt. Coach Mohammed is going to look to draw up a plan. As you can see, he's on the floor with that coaching board. And you can see there, head coach Muhammad Reza having a chat there with his players, pleading with them. And of course, the Egyptians are opting to advance. He asked for the advance, and we will see what that entails. And correct, he will get his advance call. So he will be inbounding the ball in the front court. And let's see what coach has drawn up on this particular play and how well his boys can execute it. Ball has been inbound. Yusuf Koda, who has been a surprise income for the Egyptians. They look to find Zaid. Zaid is inside alone. Doesn't get it to fall, but he gets the rebound. And it does finally drop. So it is a 2-point game. With a bit of pressure coming in. And of course, like we said, whichever way this foul call goes, the teams are both in foul trouble. And they should be shooting too. And just like that, the Egyptians committed the foul. It will send Libya to the free throw line. This game, I think, has been probably one of the most highly anticipated game in it today, of course, as well as this tournament, because this is quite the matchup in terms of team prowess. Both of these teams are sitting with such amazing ability players and coaches themselves, and it is impressive to just witness how close this game has been, as Al Sudani is able to collect 1 out of 2 of the free throws. That will send the Libyans just 3 points up. And this is so similar to the game that we witnessed during the round robin. The points had ended in a 3-point difference, and that initial score had been 38-35. So the 30 seconds left on the clock. We're going to look to see how that plays out. Saeed was fouled there as he was attempting the basket. And that was a blocking foul. He will be shooting too. And Milad, the captain of the Libyan team, Milad Boujarada, has fouled out of the game. Timeout has been taken by the Libyan bench. And it has been awarded to Libya, so they will receive their timeout. And we are back out of the timeouts. Just under 30 seconds to go. Ziyad Abdurrahim is on the free throw line as he just practices that shot of his. He's got 2 shots to make here. Ooh, and he makes the first one. Good on him. Good for the Egyptians, closing the gap down to 2 points. He takes his second shot, unfortunately short, and that will send the ball. It is Libyan ball. Now, Libya are sideline inbounding. I can see that Egypt are setting up into the full court press. So they're going to apply the pressure. As Libya, you want to take as much time as you can in this moment because you have the lead. There's no reason to force. And the unsportsmanlike has been called. Unsportsmanlike has been called against Egypt. So he will be shooting 2. Al Sharif is being sent to the free throw line. He will be shooting 2. And of course, because it is an unsportsmanlike, they will also retain the possession after the shooting. He does not make one of the 2 free throws. And unfortunately doesn't connect on the second one. They will keep the ball. And we will wait to see how this inbound play will roll out. It is the last seconds of this game as it's going. Another foul has been called against number 6, and shooting 2 will be confirmed. That sends Al-Kanoush to the free throw line. Ali Lutfi Al-Kanoush. Not able to connect on the first of 2. Takes his second shot. Gets off of the front of the rim. It is rebounded by Egypt. Egypt go back down the floor. They are going to wait it out, and a whistle has been blown. Foul was committed by Libya. Now will send Egypt to the free throw line for 2 shots. That sends over player number 9, Muhammad Abu Rashwa. Abu Siad takes the first one, unable to connect. As we wait to see the second of the free throws. Doesn't get that to go. The ball is rebounded by Egypt. It is in the hands of... It doesn't get to Ziyad. They were looking to pass it to him. The ball rolls out and it is called in the favor of Libya. It is Libya's ball. We have 7 seconds on the clock. They get that ball into Al Sharif. Al Sharif found Suleiman in the front court, but the ball was tipped out. 3.5. The ball will be sideline inbound with only 4 seconds on the clock. Neither coach calling a timeout. The ball is going to be inbounded for the game, and he gets that It's in the hands of Egypt. Nothing happens. And Libya are the winners of this semi-final 2 matchup. They will be going to the finals tomorrow to face up against South Africa. And it has been such a high, intense game, and emotions that ran high. There's extra security in the venue just to make sure that no incidences do occur. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a phenomenal semi-final 2 that has seen Libya come out on top. We will be coming back to you tomorrow for the finals. This is the IWBF Under-23 Africa Men's Championship. It has been a pleasure. My name is Trina Panyana, and we will be back tomorrow.